Hello everyone, welcome to Kitty's Kitchen. Today we're going to make chili dogs, extra fancy. Now, I've chosen two ways to make today to show you. Now the first one I've already started. They're actually bacon wrapped. So what I've done is I've taken two wieners, or hot dogs, some people call them hot dogs, and I've cut them in half. These are the little bit larger wieners too. They're not the ones that are in the 12-pack cryovac. These are the little bit bigger ones. But use whatever you like. So what we're going to do is, as I've said, I've cut them in half. So the first, I'm going to wrap them in bacon. So this is relatively easy, but there is a few tips. So I've got a piece of bacon here. Here's our piece of bacon. And this side is a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do, I'll just put this down here so you can see it. Can you see that all right? Now, for the start of it, you put your piece of bacon over like this because we want to tuck this little end in. It's not the end of the world if you don't tuck it in, but if you do it this way, it actually adheres to the hot dog better and gives a better presentation. But of course it'll taste the same. So there's the top part. Now I'm just going to push that in a little bit more like that, if you can see that, and then I have some bamboo skewers here. These are great for this. All the way to the end, and at the end we also want to secure it with the bamboo skewer, and this little end we want to tuck that in. Okay, there you go. Now you have a perfect bacon wrapped hot dog. Put that in. What I have here is just a pan lined with parchment paper, good old parchment paper, which is good for everything. Oops. They don't have to be perfectly covered either, just mostly. And I'll do another one for you here. Okay, the same thing. The bigger end, I'm just going to put like that. And we're going to wrap up our kid like this. Okay. And if you make a mistake, redo it. It's alrighty. So let's have another look at how I'm doing that. So that doesn't seem like it worked that well for me, but I'm just going to take that piece that's sticking out, push it down with the skewer, go through the end again, like that, and then the little end here, just going to tuck that underneath. Okay, there we go. So that's the other one right there. Put these, there we go. I'm just going to wipe my hands. So we're going to put these in about a 350 degree oven for about 15 or 20 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. They don't need to be turned. Usually 15 or 20 minutes is good enough. And the second way we're going to fancy up our chili dogs is I have another two wieners here. And what we're going to do, well, first of all, I have some bacon fat melting in the frying pan. I've put a good amount in here, about I guess that's about a quarter cup or a little bit more. You want a generous amount. You can use other fats. You can use olive oil if you like, but we're using bacon fat today because it gives the hot dogs a crispy outside and a good flavor. So that's what we're using today. While we're waiting for our bacon fat to melt in the pan, I've put it on high heat just to melt it, but then we're going to turn it down. So what we're going to do to our hot dogs that we have here, our two hot dogs, is we're just going to score them a little bit. This is nothing too labor intensive, but it makes a nice presentation. I also think that kids like things like this. I like things like this. Never mind kids. What I'm doing is scoring the wieners about, I guess, cutting in about a 1/4 inch. A little bit more, a little less, won't make any difference. Okay, and this is on one side. Then I'm going to flip them over to the other side like that and do the same thing. Okay, here we go. Again, it only takes a minute. If you have one of those fancy, as seen only on TV, things that can make your hot dogs into like a spirally thing, by all means use that. I have to remind myself to get one. I think it'll be fun. Anyhow, so I've scored both sides of my hot dog like that. Oh, and my heat is way too high. Another thing about cooking with with bacon fat. You keep an eye on it so it's not going to burn down the house. So I shouldn't have done that. I should have put it on lower heat while I was doing that. Anyway, I've turned it down. Also, if your pans are in the same sorry state as mine are, don't despair. If you cook with lots of bacon fat like this, doesn't matter if your pans aren't in 100% shape. Okay, this is too hot. I'm going to forge ahead, so if it makes a lot of noise, I'm going to turn it down even more. Okay, we're just going to put them in. Alright, okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, so they're sizzling nicely, so maybe I will turn them up just a tiny bit, because I turned them way down. I'm going to get some tongs. So we're this only takes a minute. We're just going to saute them. It's better that your heat isn't too high, because if it's too high, it's better the heat isn't too high, because if it's too high, it'll burn the outside and the inside will still be cold. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to brown these off. Okay, we're back. The hot dogs are sizzling nicely. They're almost ready to go. Okay, this one I think is almost. And of course you can do a lot at a time, however many fit in the pan. So I'm pretty sure that one's ready to go. I'm going to put this one in the bowl. And of course, brown them as much as you like. I like mine a little bit on the crispy side, but whatever your family likes. Here's the second one. You can also put a little paper towel on the bottom if you have a lot of oil clean. Anyways, I'm going to remove this from the heat, just so it's not smoking in the background while we're talking. So I don't know if you can see this. So here's our fancy hot dogs for chili dogs. And they're a little crispier. It's just something a little bit different you can do for your family for fun. Next, we'll put them together with some chili that we've made. Okay, our bacon dogs are out of the oven. So now I'm going to show you a few ways that you can serve these chili dogs. So the first way, I have our first fried hot dogs here. And I have some chili that I made earlier. So I'm just going to dish this up. Now this is just a suggestion. So I'm going to put a good amount, as much as you like. And who doesn't like lots of chili? Alrighty. There's a lot of things you can put on chili. You can put chopped onion, shredded cheese, and I'm going to put a little bit of shredded cheese. You could also put some jalapenos, chopped pickles even. There's our serving suggestion number 1. And what I'm going to do is just to show you, so I'm going to put them together. So here we have our, it's not hot, does it look better this way? Or this way? It's a dilemma. Anyways, there we go. And here's our bacon dogs right here. Are they still hot? The pan's cooled down a bit. Okay. Here's our bacon dogs. Now just to show you, of course you could eat these with chili as well. I like these just by themselves with maybe some mustard to dip, or ranch is also good. Whatever you like. So I'm just going to put them on the plate to show you. I always want to put the prettiest ones where everybody can see. This one has the pokies in the wrong spots. You know what I'm going to do? Because presentation is very important. Maybe I'll only put 3. Because, well, the poor little one there that isn't that pretty, that'll just have to be the cook's treat. Okay. There we go. We have chili dogs. Fancy chili dogs, 2 ways. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you for watching Kitty's Kitchen.